Today is the 24th of February. It is 1650. I want to talk a little bit about being homophobic and transphobic and every other kind of phobic in between. The left, the liberals have weaponized words. Okay? So, if they want to try, like a perfect example is calling you a racist. They weaponize this word, and you're supposed to not want to be racist, but just being called racist is enough to cause so much fear that you don't want to be. You shouldn't really give a damn. This is how I feel about things. You have a right to be racist if you choose to be racist. You have that right. No one has the right to tell you otherwise. You have a right to do that. And at the moment, we're not throwing people in jail for being racist. It's not a crime. But the other thing is, if you do not agree with, so they weaponize terms. So let's just say that, you say something about homosexuals in a negative context, you're homophobic. Well, you're making the implication that you're afraid of homosexuals. I'm not afraid of homosexuals. And that kind of nullifies the whole word. You're afraid of trans people. You're transphobic. I'm not afraid of the trans people. You cannot demand respect from people who refuse to give it to you. So you can call them all the names you want. I don't have to buy into your madness. I'm not going to buy into your madness. So you think you're doing me a terrible disfavor by calling me homophobic and transphobic. I'm not afraid of any of you. But I don't respect you. And you cannot come up and demand to be respected because you got some type of a sexual issue or you got some kind of a gender identity confusion issue. I don't have to contribute to any of your madness. And I do not have to respect you. I don't know what you think you can accomplish by calling somebody phobic of whatever kind of degeneracy that you want to engage yourself in. Pound sand. I don't have to like anybody or anything I don't want to like. Let alone be forced to accept it. I acknowledge your right to live. I acknowledge your right to choose to live in whatever kind of debauchery you decide to do. I mean, I'm sure there are people who like to eat shit in the privacy of their own home. They don't publicly go out eating a frozen shitsicle, okay? But I promise you there are human beings that like to indulge in some type of degenerate behavior. Now, the shit eaters don't just come out and say, I demand that you respect me because I like to eat shit in the closet. No. You think it's a joke, but it's not a joke. You know damn well. It's like the people that like to engage in sadomasochist behavior. You don't see them generally running around demanding to be respected. They're pulling that kind of bullshit in the closets where it belongs. You know, men that want to be abused by women put these leather masks on with dog collars and be led around on a leash and told what to do and to lick feet and boots. Look, if you're that kind of a degenerate, more power to you. But you're not going to get me to show you any kind of respect in regards to that kind of behavior. I don't have to hang out with you. I don't have to be your friend. You have a right to exist and eat your shit in your closet where it belongs. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. I don't have to engage with you. I don't have to. And when the pedophiles start demanding equal protection under the law and equal acceptance in the sociological realm in which we live, I don't want to hear anybody bitching about it, because in the end, that's really what all of this nonsense really comes to be about. It's about normalizing pedophilia. The whole non-gender issue and all that stuff, it is really about indoctrinating children. It's all about indoctrinating children, and it's a giant societal grooming scheme. And you will see more and more so-called scientists with so-called scientific studies to prove that sexually abusing children really does them no harm, and it's actually good for them. You will start to see this. I've already started to see it, but it's going to be on a grander scale, because it is a push. And then the next thing you know, they're going to be teaching this shit in the schools to these kids, and they're going to start them when as young as preschool. It's really this what it comes down to. That's the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is to normalize people who are attracted to minors. And they don't even want to be called child. They don't want you to even call them child molesters anymore. They want you to call them the minor attracted. And they can't help themselves, because love is love. You can't help who you're attracted to. Start calling the nonsense out for what it is. There is no tolerance in a civil society for this kind of bullshit. And it's really what it comes down to. We shouldn't be putting up with any of this. So the next time somebody calls you phobic, whatever phobia of the month club that you decide to subscribe to, embrace it. But remember, the whole idea of a phobia is you are frightened of it. Oh, Islamophobia, there's a good one too. I love that one. I'm not afraid of any of this nonsense. And it's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is. It is all nonsense. And we shouldn't be tolerating it. Any civil, decent society wouldn't tolerate this kind of foolishness. And it's just plain and simple. I'm not subscribing to your madness. And I don't have to endorse your life. You go eat your little shit sickle in the closet where it belongs.